All right, so we're going to talk about Semantic HTML. And if you want to learn everything about websites, you need to go to this website I'm building, greatercommons.com. It's going to launch soon. You'll be able to take amazing classes there, including my class on how to build websites, HTML and CSS. It's awesome. But until then, you can check me out on YouTube. YouTube talks back-end Go programming language stuff. And then YouTube Greater Commons is the one where I'm putting all the front-end videos, so you can check those out. And then the code base that we're working with is GitHub goes to 11, repositories, HTML, CSS, bootcamp. Go into that code base. That's what I'm showing here. It's what we're using. And then Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter Todd_McLeod. And that is, I'm always posting about building websites, front end and back end. It's great stuff. So go check it out. Here's a book I read in 2002. Isn't that amazing? I came across this and I was like, wow, that's so funny. 2002. I was reading that book. Dreamweaver. Macromedia no longer even exists. And you definitely want to do your development with Dreamweaver today. But that's just, that's that. All right, I got to just let that one go because I got to teach you guys this stuff. All right, so we're learning about Semantic HTML. Conveying meaning, semantic. Some tags are semantic, some aren't. Give me an example of tag that's not semantic. P? Well, it tells me it's a paragraph. That's pretty good. So I like that. That's semantic. Give me another tag which is classically identified as the one not being semantic. Div, right? It's just a div. Who knows what's in it? It's just a container. So that'd be. Give me an example of one that is semantic, very semantic. We've already talked about a couple of them. This is always on the bottom of my page. It's known as the footer. It's always on the top of my page. It's known as the header. If this is the main area of my page, it's known. I use which element? I use the main element. If this is the most important thing on the page, the title of the most important thing, I'm going to use which tag? H1. So as much as possible, use tags which convey meaning. So here's how you start thinking about it. Right? This header, this footer, an aside, a section that has an article. So this would be the weekend section. It has an article on a band that's coming. Here's another way. Header, nav, section, article, aside, footer. Here's another way. Header, nav, section, article, article, aside, footer. I like that because that kind of conveys, oh, a section can have multiple articles. Here's another way. Header, nav over on the left, article, two sections, and this has a header and a footer. Can we do that? Can a header have article as a parent? MDN header. Wait, and then we're going to go look at header. And what are the permitted parents? Any element that accepts flow content. Note that the header element must not be a descendant of address, footer, or header. So this is header, and it can't be a descendant of address, footer, or header. So that's fine. So header can be a descendant of article. Section and section, can those be siblings? Those aren't descendants of a header. Then we have an aside with 3 sections. Those aren't articles in the aside, because if that aside got blown away in the wind, cut out and blown away in the wind, it couldn't stand on its own. It's just an aside. It's tangentially related to something bigger. So if it had an article in it, an article could stand on its own, and it really wouldn't be an aside. It'd be like something bigger. I wonder if an article can be in an aside, just even permitted. So we go and we look at article in MDN. And what are the permitted parents? Can it be in an aside? Can a parent be in an aside? Any flow content just can't be a descendant of address. So it can't have address for a parent. So that'd be fine, but it wouldn't make sense from a semantic standpoint. So section versus article. Think about newspapers. What is a section and what is an article? The business section can have many articles. A stock market article can have many sections. So the global section can have many articles. An article on African development can have many sections. Articles can have sections, and sections can have articles. Articles can stand on their own. Sections can't. Even if you think the weekend section, really you're missing the whole paper. So it's not the perfect analogy. It breaks down a little bit. So here is your hands-on exercise. You're going to bring up this page, and to get to this page, you're going to go to, boo-hoo, I closed it. Let me bring it up. You're going to go to this URL right there. So go to that URL, and that's going to bring you to this outline, and you're going to look for hands-on exercises, semantic HTML in the table of contents, and that'll bring you down here, and then you're going to open up this challenge, and the challenge is, here's the page, what would be the elements you do for the different regions? And so the solution is going to be like this, and it's a possible solution. Well, here I would have main, and then this would be article. So inside main I'd have article, and here's a heading 1, right? I don't know what I'd make that, maybe a heading 2, even though it's above. But this is really the main one. This is a subheading. And then here's a figure and a fig caption. Okay? And then up here is my nav. And then all of this would be my header surrounding all of that. And my nav is at the top. And then I have an aside, and I have a side, and H1 and H2, and another nav. Nav is for like global site-wide navigation. It's not for like, here's a link to somewhere else. So I want you to get these, print them out. So go here. I can't print because my computer's not hooked up with the printers. But go. You can print them out. Just get a pen and start saying, using these elements, what goes where, right? Let's bring up well, MDN element reference. Figure and fig caption aren't there, but there are a lot of them. Or maybe it's just easier for you all to see. This stuff, right? So print them out, do it, and let's see what you come up with. If you like this video, if you're watching this online, like this video right now. Like it down below. That helps other people find it.